Hey, what is up? In this video, I'm going to show you how to input some data into Google Sheets, super simple, and then transform that data into this beautiful column chart. And that's going to show the height bounced in centimeters of different ball types. Okay, let's get to it. So this is an example here. And if you're using Google Sheets for the first time, I'll just take you through some things. So you got your columns here, which is your letters at the top, and then you got your rows, beautiful rows running from left to right. And you can see I've put in some simple data here, which is the different ball types that we're going to use for this experiment. And then we have the height bounced. That's basically, they'll drop the height from 1.5 meters and let it bounce. And whenever it bounces back up, that's the distance we are measuring, and you can see there's 5 values in there, and then that data is then transformed into this wonderful column chart. So if you're using Google Sheets for the first time, I'll show you how to go through this. And then blank. Okay, and then the first thing we're going to do, we're going to call it science experiment results, and then I'm going to click on this cell, this box here in B2. So the cell reference is called B2. We know that because you've got B on the column and then 2 on the row. All right, and then we're going to put in ball type. And then here we will put height bounced. And then in brackets, centimeters. Right, okay. And then we've got a tennis ball, table tennis as well. And then let's put the rest of those in. Of course, you can vary this depending on which order you bounce them in. Basketball. Right. And then what you would do, carry out the experiment, and then remember to record how high it bounced. If you're doing this with me in class, we'll be giving you an iPad and a tape measure. So you'll record it. Someone will drop it, and you'll record it, making sure you can see where it bounced to. So you'll put in real data. I'm going to be making it up just now. And for tennis ball, we'll put in 56 centimeters. Let's make that 70, 40, 45, and a 56 there to round things up. And then what we can do with this data as well, just make it a little bit more presentable. So I'm going to select the cells and then select borders and then give that a border. And then I'm going to select the columns B and C, and I'm going to double click here on this column divider, and what that does is just automatically extends the column to the maximum width of the letters, so you can see what happened there before the letters from height bounced didn't fit in, and now they do. Right, I'm going to make the ball type and height bounced centimeters in bold because that's the title or the category headings. And then I'm going to center align these numbers here. Awesome. Oh, make that wider again. Right, so now that the data is in and it's presentable, what we're going to do is we're going to transform that data into a column chart. So we're going to highlight it like so. Let's just left click on this trackpad and drag down the cursor. I'll do that again. And then I'm going to head over to insert, chart down there in that list, and it will, that's it, like it's automatically done for you. You could leave it here if you're running out of time, but if you want to stick around for some formatting tips, please do so. And first of all, let's make that title stand out a little bit more, and we'll add some formatting to it now. So I'm just going to double click on it, and you can see it brings up this chart editor menu on the right hand side. And then what we're going to do, we're going to head down to this little title format button, click bold, and we're also going to center align it. If you caught my lesson on digital design principles, you've hit your A right there, the alignment. Okay. Then we're going to do the same with these axes as well. And let's go to bold type. Well, not exactly the same. We'll make it bold for sure, and we'll make it a little bit bigger. It's already center aligned there. Oops. And we'll make it a little bit bigger. Yes, 14. Cool. And then same again for the height bounced, bold, and then 14. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to change the colors of each of these columns just to give a little bit of personality and help those different categories stand out against each other. And so what we do, we just double click on one, and you'll see again this chart editor comes up with some options here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to change the color of each one, the fill color to the color of the actual column itself, and then we're going to add a line color as well. And if you want to, you could add a custom border too, but we're just going to leave it a solid line there, black solid line for all of them. And actually we'll just do that for all of them now. And we're going to go back to the individual one, and then we're going to change its color to that. Okay, and just go through them all. Right, so now you've got the color changed anyway. Let's add in some numbers to these charts because it's not that easy to work out from the chart itself. I mean, you could try expanding it. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier to see there. And if you do hover the mouse over each of the columns, you can actually see how high it bounced. So with the football here, it bounced 40 centimeters. But that's on a computer. So if you're not on a computer, and if you printed this off, then that would be important to read. Okay, so we'll do double click on the chart again, brings up the chart editor, and then what we want to do, we want to go down to let's see, customize series, and then if we scroll down to the bottom of the series menu, you've got these data labels, and what that does, it just puts in the value that the actual value taken from the table here, so you can actually see the height that they bounce to. Okay, and then if you want as well, you could also play around with the settings of those too. And that's it. That wraps up this video for inputting some data into Google Sheets and transforming that data to a crazy, beautiful column chart. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.